As you can probably tell, today I am pledging my allegiance to the Cult of Vox. Also, I should note that it is the 13th today because I am still very sick and I could not get out of bed yesterday and I couldn't watch it or go on the internet. So I'm a day late, but I honestly cannot wait to get back on the internet to see what people thought of episodes 5 and 6. I have a little baby Alistair on my watch now. Oh, one tiny itty bitty favour. That man is such a little twink and has Vox wrapped around his finger. So apparently in episode 5, Christian sings 2 songs, and one of them is called Vox Populi, and the other is Vox Dei, Dei, I don't know how to say that word, which apparently translates to the voice of the people is the voice of God. That little TV's Godplex is on a high. Thank you to Two Dream for informing me about that. And apparently one of the songs is between Vox and Lucifer. Oh my god, I want them to fight so bad. Lucifer fighting Vox? I don't know what to expect between their fight, because realistically, Lucifer is the king of hell. He can surely just get rid of sinners whenever he wants, right? He can just like smite them and things like that. So I'm a bit worried for Vox. Maybe he gets his ass beat. That would be very entertaining, to be honest. And probably he needs it. He needs to come down a few pegs. Look what he's doing to his followers. Look, I'm already in his cult, and it's not even sung yet. So as soon as I knew that we were getting 2 Vox songs in this episode, and they're basically about Vox being God, I assume, I had to do like a little God kind of nod to Vox today. I couldn't resist. I'm also wearing my Jaws jumper I got from Universal Japan because Vox is a shark. Oh my god, yeah, and I don't have a Vox pin, sadly. I'm trying to get one. They're so expensive. But this is clearly going to be a Vox episode. So we've got Blitz with his shark design from Shark Robot a couple years ago. I loved this pin. When I saw it, I grabbed it immediately. I can't believe I've dressed up and even done makeup as like a Vox kind of follower. What can I say? I love my deluded cult leaders. I love how this show is making me want to do like mini dress-ups and serve a cult leader. I have a problem with cults. I was thinking about this the other day, and honestly, I have quite the track record of falling for cult leaders and characters with god complexes. I don't know why. What does that say about me? Should I be worried? Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen, for example. Love that man. Will do whatever he says. And this is more of like a god complex one, but Volo from Legends Arceus. Those 2 characters are some of my favourite in fiction of all time, and I'm realising that it's becoming a bit of a common theme, the god complex and the cultness. The reason I like Vox is very apparent now. It's all making sense. But anyway, I'll try to ignore that. Before I watch episode 5, I just wanted to mention a couple of highlights that I missed from last week's episode. I'll put it up here, but one of my favourite tweets was basically someone listing everything that Alistair was called that episode. So, Bambi, twink, pet, brat, bottomless bitch, bottomist bitch. My little dear man, he was bullied so hard last episode, and I was for it. Twink and brat in one episode, both by Vox. Radio static or radio silence. I think radio silence is where it's one-sided and it's just Vox's obsession with Alistair. Kind of toxic, kind of here for it. Another cool thing that was pointed out to me was, I mentioned last week that Vox's flashback, he was completely different in appearance, different outfit, different model of TV. And I said, oh, Alistair hasn't really changed much. But someone pointed out to me, he's actually in his pilot outfit. You can see that the white's not on his collar anymore. Here is a picture, which was really nice detail, so I was wrong about that. But it was very subtle and a nice little nod to the pilot, so that was cool. Also in Alistair's like bedroom vanity, he actually ended up keeping Nifty's roach crown that she made for him in season 1. Look how cute he is! Maybe he does care. A little bit. A lot of people were saying last week that Alistair looked worried when Nifty was about to be stabbed by Valentino. I don't know if he does care for them. He himself said there's no friends in heaven, so maybe he feels things deep down, but he feels like he can't show them because he just gets used for his power all the time. Why else would he keep the roach crown? Okay, one other thing that I wanted to mention that people pointed out is that Rosie's leash that she has Alistair on in Don't You Forget is kind of like a gold chain. It's not even a chain, it's literally just like a gold line. Looks very heavenly compared to other overlords that say like Angel and Valentino have with their chains on the neck. And even Alistair and Husk actually, they're all like chains and they're kind of signature colour. Alistair having a green chain for Husk, and I assume it's a pink chain for Valentino with Angel. I can't remember. I'm assuming it's pink. So it's really interesting that Rosie's chain is not a typical hell colour /shape/ object, which brings me on to my biblical reading that I ended up doing yesterday, which then also made me think that, well, Lucifer in the trailer, which we haven't seen yet, it's when Lucifer is like in his like demon form and he's like, he goes like this and he's got like a sharp weapon that's kind of gold, and obviously he's a fallen angel, so Rosie, are you Eve? We'll see. But yeah, really nice little details that people are picking up on. It's really fun to see. The fact that Vox is getting 2 songs this episode, and he's already had so many already throughout this season. Man's getting greedy. I wonder why. He's just getting bigger and bigger for his boots, seeking more screen time, being incredibly greedy, wanting all the eyes and attention on him, all the power, all the influences on him. Honestly, his downfall this season is going to be amazing. He's got to fall off a big pedestal, and I'm so excited to see. He's so desperate for the attention. Honestly, like I said, characters with god complexes are so entertaining for me. Maybe it's because they're so delulu that my brain can't fathom it. Like, are you really acting like this? I ended up doing some Bible research on Google because I'm finding that obviously there's going to be twists and turns and has-beens, like however Viv wants to take it and things like that, but I love all of the theories that people are making up. So I was like, okay, I need to quickly understand who Lilith is in the Bible, how Adam, Lucifer, Satan, you know, all these like characters that have different interpretations depending on different religious script realistically, and how they can kind of weave into the HAZBIN story. I should preface before I yap about this research, I could be incredibly wrong, and I mean no offense to anyone, this is just what I read on Google. For the love of God, please don't come for me. I tried. So Lilith is actually not in the Bible. She's actually mentioned in Jewish scripts, and she's depicted as Adam's first wife. They were formed of the same clay, but apparently Adam wanted her to be subservient to him. Let's be real, Adam in the show would absolutely want that. But apparently she refused to be subservient, which honestly was a breath of fresh air to hear. To actually have a figure in a religious script rebel against the man, fuck yeah, I'm on Lilith's side now. And then this was made up for the show that Lilith actually ended up marrying Lucifer and having a daughter, which is Charlie. Now that I know the fact that Lilith refused to be subservient to Adam, and then she became kind of associated with like demons and things like that, makes me think that maybe she wants to get revenge on Adam. So maybe that's how she's going to come into the plot. She wants revenge on the angels, on Adam specifically, for trying to force her to be subservient. That's kind of my thinking at the moment. And then we have Eve, who I'm most familiar with, just coming up from a Christian background. So apparently Eve is Adam's second wife. She's not technically his second wife in the Bible, but just in this kind of context. And Eve was obviously quite subservient. She was quite happy just to plod along with Adam, I guess. Ew. And then of course she gets banished, along with Adam, I think, from the garden, after Lucifer / the snake tempts them with an apple. So with that in mind, I believe Eve is going to be the main villain against hell, because she wants revenge on what Lucifer did to her, causing her and Adam to have to leave the garden, basically. Because if Lucifer then decided to stay with Lilith over Eve, Eve has even more reason to be pissed at Lucifer. And I really am loving the theory that Eve is Rosie. I know there's some fan theories going around how they think Eve is Lilith and Lilith is Rosie in disguise, blah, 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 but I'm happy to sell on the fact that I think that Lilith is good and she's trying to just defend the demons in hell because she wants revenge on Adam. Also, I think Eve wants revenge on Lucifer, so is trying to help bring down hell. And I think she's doing that in disguise as Rosie with Alistair's help. I said this before, but it was pointed out that Rosie has angel designs on her collar, which I think is just like a nice little nod. I don't know much about this, but I know that Viv has a character called Rue, and that there was a recent recording session, so the character is now going to be coming into HAZBIN, most likely because they know that they've actually got extra seasons commissioned, so they can actually begin to expand the story more, which is very exciting, but I don't know how on earth she comes into play. Some people are like, Rue is Rosie, but blah, 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 blah. I was getting confused because I thought Lucifer was Satan, but then in the Helliverse, Satan is a separate entity, right? So my Bible research told me that Lucifer is technically the name given to the angel before he fell, and then Satan is after he fell. So they've kind of split the characters down the middle there, so that Lucifer is kind of still the good angel, while Satan is what Lucifer becomes, I guess, after he fell. Which is quite nice to have the kind of good and evil. Also, I'm sure they have to do it just because they can't have Lucifer in Helliverse. Currently, I'm sure there'll be a crossover at some point. So I think Rosie is Eve wanting revenge on Lucifer after he tempted her in the garden with the apple as a snake. Lilith, I'm really not too sure about. Maybe even disguise, or vice versa with Rosie. And now that Rue's able to come into the story, we'll see. Okay, my god, I've been yapping. Okay, I'm glad I got all of that off my chest. I feel better now. That was an incredibly long intro for episode 5. Anyway, without further ado, let's watch HAZBIN Hotel, season 2, episode 5, Bring Me Vox. Infamous loser Alistair? Oh, the poor guy. Sex icon Vox. Kind of agree, not gonna lie. TV daddy? Oh my goodness. I love that even in like photographs, Alistair is still glitched out, like all staticky. Song? Ooh, one of the Overlords. Which one's that? Is it ZZ? I think that's ZZ. Vox fucked him with the chair. Wow. Wait, are these all the Overlords? Where's Rosie? Oh, the V-Tower is so pretty. Hi, honey. Oh, so V's are all happy and all celebrating. Oh my god. They're gonna so fall out, aren't they? Their downfall's gonna be bad. Bad with us? That's so cute. Oh, ZZ, it is ZZ. Christian Boyle's range is so amazing. Oh, his Western voice? Kind of love it. Maestro. Oh, that's cool. Christian must have so much fun with this character. Oh, Zestial. Oh, Zestial looks pissed. Vox, no. Vox just casually being, questionable? Stop it, Vox. Vox, fucking hell, that's just racism. That's just straight up racist. Cultural appropriation, maybe? They're in hell for a reason. Is Charlie trying to get their attention? Oh, her little musical fireworks are so cute. Oh, they're so cute. This would be so much easier with Alistair. Yeah, why aren't they worried? Are they not concerned? Maggie's like, he's fine, don't worry. I like that Charlie was concerned and Maggie's like, don't worry, he's fine. Yeah, the angels could really just bring down Penchus and that would solve a lot of issues. Her musical powers are so cute. Charlie's losing it this season, honestly. She is just so blindsided by trying to prove that Penchus got redeemed. Oh, look at all the new guests in the hotel. This is so cute. Angel, hi honey. Angel and Baxter? God, Baxter's small. Oh, Husk and Angel doing therapy? Baxter is so cute. I like that he's attending the group therapy sessions. Probably for research. I was about to say, Husk doesn't seem the kind of person that would be willing to go to group therapy. Am I doing therapy right? I would say so. No Alistair's allowed? Lucifer. He hates that man. Their rivalry is insane. Why is he in so many ducks? Still doesn't know Baggy's name. Oh, he's so cute in his pajamas. Please don't say daddy. This is a bribe, come back, mama. That's nice. Yeah, Lucifer doesn't seem very concerned about Vox. Oh, his tongue is like the shape of a snake. That's cute. He's so cute. Shop. Oh, now he's mad. Yeah, why don't you just go smite them? It's like, you're the king of hell. Come on. Surely this is logical. Anastasia. Lucifer can't kill any of the sinners? Oh my god, what? Yeah, if the sinners found out about this, surely they would just take advantage. I'd ask Alistair. You gonna help suddenly yet? Hadan. Loudspeaker. So it took Alistair's name being mentioned for him to get out of his pajamas? Hang on, pause. Sorry, Lucifer can't smite people. Surely that's incredibly dangerous. I imagine a lot of the sinners don't try to overrun Hell and Charlie and the Morningstar family because they are afraid of Lucifer because he is the king of hell. So when he fell, his punishment was not to actually rule anywhere. He just had to live there around sinners that he can do nothing to. That's the punishment. That's kind of clever, but also makes Lucifer a lot less more of a threat and powerful. Ooh. If the sinners find out about that, they're fucked. Okay, I'm sorry, but we assumed that Lucifer was the most powerful being in hell. Does that technically mean that the 7 deadly sins have more power than him over sinners? Because I'm sure they can actually hurt them. Alistair can hurt sinners, for example. That is such dangerous information. And honestly, very unexpected. I assumed Lucifer was kind of a bit more casual and funny and a bit loosey-goosey because he knew he had all that power and he can just do whatever he wants. But is he loosey-goosey and stays out of things because he doesn't want people to know that he can't do anything? He always seems a little bit like a couple of screws loose, to be honest. He doesn't seem like much of a threat normally. He honestly seems just incredibly anxious all the time, which I don't know if is a good thing for the King of Hell. I kind of wanted Lucifer to have all of the power, but I guess it makes sense because I guess that's too easy a way out to stop villains like Vox. I get it, it just isn't what I expected from Lucifer's character. Who knows, we'll see how it plays out. But that's very interesting that he can't touch sinners and has kind of scared me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Sarah's not letting Emily go see her. The unicorns are beautiful. Pinches, he made cookies. Shut up, Luke, he's cute. Completely correct, Emily. Are Sarah and Emily the same ranking? I didn't know that. Maybe she's just younger. Emily is so pure. If Emily dies this season, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I feel like she is going to die. I'm scared for her. Lou must be losing her shit being surrounded by Emily and Abel. She's so angry. I don't think we should be giving gift baskets to Hell. Oh yeah, even Sarah's like, I don't think this is a good idea. Oh, why can't Pent just go with them? That would literally solve so many issues if the sinners could see that Pent just actually got redeemed and redemption is possible. That carousel is beautiful. Yay, Emily! Emily and Charlie are so cute. I kind of ship them. I know obviously it's Charlie and Vaggie and I love that ship, but these two are so cute. It's literally an angel version and a hell version of each other. It's cute. Oh, near. Nice one, Abel. Good contribution. The snake is fine. Call him by his name. Charlie, that was such a slow reaction. Surely just help him. Help him, angels. Come on. Oh, Luke perching like that's cool. What's a Vox? Vox is doing a rally today. So the angels are gonna apologise at Vox's rally. Look at this sleepy shark. Oh, so cute. Oh, I like that pony design. That's cute. That shark is so well designed. I love him so much. It's like a nice little nod to Shark Robot from like their original merch provider as well. It's kind of fun. Oh, he's changed for a white suit. And he's on a chair like this. Stop trying to get in his head. He's whistling on the chair. He's such a cutie. Alistair is trying to get in Vox's head so much. Oh yeah, Vox is not. Nah, Vox is. He's like, yeah, I'm the face. That's all. Vox just wants to impress Alistair. I'm sorry, that is his only goal at the moment. You don't have vision, you can't see, baby. Oh, Val. Are they fighting each other static? Hang on, too much has just happened. I'm pretty sure that Val is canonically blind, but also the fact that they've done like a shot of Val looking annoyed at Vox is just giving even more hints to Vox being so power hungry that it breaks up his relationship with the V's. It also makes me think that Vox is so eager to impress Alistair, and Alistair knows this, hence why he's being very manipulative and saying things like, are you sure you want to present yourself like that? It's not that impressive. And Vox is like, of course it is. He's that emotionally charged to impress Alistair that he's going to start losing his actual friends around him, which is very interesting because obviously Vox was a cult leader in a past life and their main goal is to be charismatic and to persuade everybody around them that they're perfect and that they're God. But Alistair is kind of the only one not falling for it, and that frustrates him and gets in his head so much that he's becoming so frustrated by it, and his only focus is trying to impress Alistair at this point and kind of forgetting a little bit about the bigger picture and the people that actually support him, who he absolutely needs because they're incredibly powerful. Val and Velvet he needs, whether he realises it or not. And Alistair is painfully aware of that. And Alistair is using that fact to his advantage to wind him up even more. And the fact that they were kind of like fighting over their TV static versus radio static. Boys, calm down. Yeah, he's not even looking at him as he waves him up. He's realised. This animation performance is very impressive. Very subtle acting, but very good. He doesn't even want them to join. Oh, Vox, you're going to fall from grace so hard. Nah, Vala's pissed. Yeah, they're going to fall out. I'm in charge here. Yeah, desperately trying to assert dominance of Alistair. Excuses and lies? I try. Wait, pause. Excuses and lies? What do you mean by that, Alistair? What do you mean by that? Alistair knows he gets under Vox's skin so easily. Him asserting dominance over Valentino just then has pissed Valentino off, but Vox is like, yeah, see, Alistair? Look, I'm completely in control. And Alistair knows that the V's aren't going to stand for it. Oh, their relationship is so juicy. He's literally doing a rally. Oh, it's a bit political. I suppose Vox is. Is that like an Anubis-inspired character? That's cool. Oh, he loves performing and being charismatic, doesn't he? Lilith would be proud. Oh my god. Resist. This is a bit too... You are a Delulu TV man. Honestly. Is this a song? Is this Lucifer? Oh my god. Isn't that a trailer shot? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's like a rock piece? Yeah, that's a trailer shot of his gold thing. Wait, but wait, you can't smite them, so what are you going to do? Vox, why aren't you frightened? Vox, the King of Hell has just come down. Why aren't you scared? Oh my god, the vocals are amazing. Ah, the fire. I'm the serpent. I'm the flame. This is beautiful. Spooky. Oh, you're a little dork, Lucifer. You're not what I thought you were going to be in this series, but I kind of like it. Ooh, rotational shot animation. Very, very good. That's an impressive shot. Why aren't you frightened? Vox, he's just touched the King of Hell's hat. Why aren't you frightened? You're singing, oh my god, I love you. Oh, he's trying to get the sinners to go against the king? He's such a cult leader. I'm really surprised he's not intimidated by Lucifer being there at all. Oh, mentioning Lilith in front of him's mean. Look at this musical number. Oh, it's beautiful. The dancers, the performance. He is very good at manipulation, isn't he? What can I say? I'm on board with him. I love him. He's so charismatic and evil and Delulu. Get out of his face. Vox Populi, there you go. Oh my god, the musical number is beautiful. Oh, he's really rallying all these people together and it's working. The fact that he's in a white suit as well is very, very clever. These rotational shots are beautiful. Oh my god. Your wife knew it was wrong, Lou? Why do you want him to smite you? I guess just to prove a point. And then obviously you won't do it. That was a bit of a gamble from Vox, thinking that he wasn't going to smite him. I guess not in front of people, he wouldn't. Lucifer's just going to walk away and let Valentino touch him and Velvet block him? Lucifer's just been embarrassed. Hail Vox Populi! That was beautiful. Hail. Oh my gosh. Hang on, pause. Oh, the angels, wait. I'm incredibly surprised that Vox took that gamble to wind up the King of Hell like that. And then did Lucifer actually attempt to fight him? And obviously we know that he can't. And Vox was like, see, you won't do it. That's a fucking gamble, Vox. Clearly it's paid off, but I don't know how I feel about that. I understand that Lucifer can't be an all-powerful being, I get that, but he is so dorky and so far from what people normally associate with Lucifer. The fact that he just walked away, I'm surprised he went down, because if he knew he couldn't do anything, I'm surprised he challenged Vox. I guess maybe he just tried to scare him, but Vox took the gamble and chose not to get scared by him. Honestly, seeing Lucifer just like being his pajamas, being also cute and kind of wholesome and a little bit anxious, and everything that Lucifer is not is very interesting. I guess it makes sense, because in this canon, if he can't actually fight the sinners, he's kind of just had to be someone completely different. Alright, the angels have come, let's play. Oh my god, they're coming to Vox rally. I'm scared. Silence me. See, now he seems scared. Sarah does not know how to handle the situation, does she? Vox, you're challenging angels. This man is fucking brave. Yeah, you're literally apologising for genocide with gift baskets. That is a bit delulu. Abel, shush, shush. Vox, stop trying to manipulate them. Oh my god, oh my god. This is not going well. It's going well for Vox. Vox is so good at being a cult leader. The manipulation, the lies. Oh, this is just going to create even more of a divide with the angels. The angels are going to be more fearful of this. Vox! Loot! Emily's like, Luke, please don't go in his face. When Vox just said that line, his eyes darted to the crowd to make sure that they were agreeing with him. The subtle acting in this animation is very, very, very intelligent, and I really am enjoying seeing these little nods. So the problem with this is that Sarah has obviously come down reluctantly and is doing it because Emily thinks it's a good idea, but she is now seeing what the sinners are actually like and how they're actually agreeing with Vox, who is challenging the angels. I don't think this is going to end very well. Vox does not seem intimidated at all, and it's really bothering me why he's not intimidated. I know he's an overlord, but even in the trailer, that Alistair says something along the lines of, do you really think you're the strongest in heaven? You're not even the strongest in hell? He's so fucking Delulu. I love how Delulu cult leaders are. They have no idea, and it's amazing because they still keep going with the performative act, the manipulation, the lies, and people do believe it. It's really scary. So the sinners are not having it. This isn't going to help Lou either. Luke's not going to be convinced when she's seeing this, is she? Vox, you couldn't give two shits about the sinners. Have a boy. Oh, he's showing pictures of the deaths. This is very political. Oh my god, that resist looks beautiful. Oh, it's gone all red. It's gone from the blue cyan to the red. Nice. Oh, did Charlie not know? You don't see me. Oh no, Lucifer doesn't want to get caught. You're dreaming. You're really not who I thought Lucifer was going to be. He runs away? Hell will rise. I love when his like cable cords come out, it's so fun. Luke does not care. Luke's like, I know you were like this. It's interesting that Vox has used Lucifer's appearance as even more fuel to this. Sarah's getting pissed. Oh my god, this is exactly what Vox wants. Is she transforming? Why is she transforming? Oh my god, is this like her pure form? Oh my god, that's so cool. That is like a biblically accurate representation of angels with all the eyes, but also her neck. That is giving Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. The shape of that, oh my god, that's beautiful. That is like a Maleficent dragon angel. That is a gorgeous design. Oh, you know how she moves. Oh, Sarah, no, you've just fallen exactly what he wanted. And he's filmed it, of course. Another song? Wait, is this the Vox Dei one? Declaration of Holy War? Look how the stage is red and he's blue in the centre now. How has he done this? He's always a good villain. Sarah's design is beautiful. Oh, the angels are too frightened by this. Oh my god, that animation is beautiful. Oh my god, oh my god, oh the sharky! So cute. You're my what? I'm your Omega. Vox, don't say that, the fans will go mad. Oh my god, that shot, that animation. Whoa, wait. I want to pause, oh my god. Hang on, wait. Sorry, I'm having to pause the song. That rotational shot of Vox, how? That is one of the most impressively animated shots in HAZBIN Hotel. That would have taken weeks to have done. The way Vox used his cords to swing from as if he was hanging or had been hung. Oh my god, if that's like foreshadowing for how he dies, that would be very entertaining. That was beautifully animated. And also his wings looking that kind of shape to almost mock and mimic an angel, a biblically accurate angel, with his eyes. They must have had to use some 3D cameras for that shot. They must have done, I don't know, polygon planes to overlay the eye print as it rotated. Vox as the character is just animated in 2D, just an awful lot of frames. That would have taken so long. I really like the way that they've kind of incorporated that 3D camera. I'm assuming it's a 3D camera and some 3D elements to be able to comp on those eyes correctly, and that is an incredible shot. I'm assuming they used Toon Boom for this. They must do, to be honest, actually. And Toon Boom actually has some 3D tools in it, so maybe they've used that, or maybe they've just gone in Maya and just like exported a 3D camera with that rotation on the wings, because that would be incredibly tough to do in 2D. That must have been the most expensive shot in the series, by the way. That is incredibly memorable. The fact that it made me pause the song midway through. I'm just staring at this shot now in disbelief. That is incredible. I need to know the animator that did that shot. And Vox kind of glitches out on his screen during it. Hang on. Yeah, it kind of goes black for a little bit and there's like his white eyes. And then after that kind of glitch that happens after he like swings from his noose, I guess, his expression turns more into like a sharper, different, almost more demon-like Vox, which is really interesting. The character animation of Vox is beautiful and just 10 out of 10 and absolutely perfect. But I'm also really impressed with like the 2D wings that they've done, how they've comped on the animation, rotated the camera like that. Very expensive shot, very much worth it, especially at like the peak of this kind of conflict that we're having in the show right now. 100% worth it. Also, not being funny, did Vox call himself an Omega? You can't call yourself an Omega, baby. The fanfiction writers are gonna go crazy. As much as I wish Vox was an alpha, he is very much an Omega, let's be honest. He thinks he's an alpha, but he's absolutely an Omega. I haven't even finished the song. I'm just staring at this shot with the wings and the shark and the power. I am thoroughly impressed. And the angels at the bottom looking small and helpless. The layout, the animation, I'm very impressed with this. And the song as well. Christian has been heavily featured this season because, let's be honest, he is one of the best Broadway actors of all time in my opinion. That man can sing. I bet Viv and the audio team were like, oh my god, how much can we use of Christian this season? Please, can we just give him us every other song? Which I kind of love. And I think he's having a lot of fun with the character as well. Sorry for that yap. Play? Oh, the angel's leaving? Yeah, Sarah's not gonna have bought that. Those wings are so beautiful. Very impressed. Oh, the little baby egg boys are so cute. Sarah looks pissed. Look, Luke's happy. I can't believe the angels have been manipulated by a TV. Luke's so happy with that, isn't she? And Sarah's just too nervous about hell. I knew she'd be a bit wobbly about whether she actually tries, but at least she tried. Oh, all the circus motifs in the background design is beautiful. I love it so much. Oh, she's pissed. Oh my god, Charlie's really angry. I don't think he calls that big an issue, did he? Whoa. Charlie. Yeah, he was just trying to help. Oh, don't bring Vaggie into it. Oh, Christ, this is... Look how much chaos Vox is causing. He's caused the chaos between not only the angels, which is very impressive to begin with, but between the King of Hell and his daughter, and now her girlfriend, and all the sinners. And the one thing Vox is trying to focus on is getting Alistair to approve of him. Vox is incredibly powerful on his own. His ability to manipulate and be so charismatic is his power, and Alistair knows that, but Alistair knows that the one thing that's going to affect his ego is by being ignored by that fact. Alistair is not falling for it, and Vox cannot stand it. I don't think he ruined everything. I think Vox ruined most of it, Charlie. No, Charlie, don't blame Lucifer and Vaggie. Yeah, exactly. Vaggie is correct here. It's exactly what Vox does. Oh, Vaggie is 100% correct in this conversation. What we've seen a lot of Charlie this season is not much growth, because she has been so hyper-fixated, as Vaggie said, on proving that her hotel worked, and she's so blindsided by trying to prove that fact she's pushing everyone away who's actually trying to help. What Vaggie has just said to her is 100% correct. It's like an episode with Angel, how much pressure she put on Angel to attempt to be redeemed in front of people she needed to prove it to, like Vox, the rest of hell, and she just completely disregarded Angel's feelings. It was a really uncomfortable watch, episode 3, but in a good way. Charlie hasn't really grown much this season, yet she has just been stuck in her little box. So hopefully after this conversation Vaggie has gotten through to her, and maybe then she can begin to grow, because right now she is not likeable, but her intentions are good. Being on your side means telling you the truth. That is so true. To be fair, Vaggie gave her plenty of chances to not get frustrated at her then, so I don't blame her walking away. He didn't do that bad a thing, in my opinion. Is he just going to accept it and leave? Lucifer does not like confrontation, does he? Lucifer, don't all your ducks. Oh, Emily must be so sad. Pen and Emily getting on's cute though, at least. Oh, Lilith is not answering her calls still. Oh, is that how they get in the episode? No, don't leave it like that, sad. Oh, that was a bit of a shit show episode for our heroes, wasn't it? Vox has the entirety of hell wrapped around his little finger, and technically even heaven too. Sarah was already cautious about the sinners in hell, even when she found out that what she was doing was wrong. She was always conflicted back in the early episode, especially when she was singing with the speaker of God. It's almost like she wanted more proof that there are good people in hell and that they can be redeemed, and Penchas was really conflicting for her. So the entirety of what she knew was kind of shaken and taken from underneath her feet. And then of course she tries to humour Emily, because Emily does see the good, very much like Charlie. And if the angels had gone down and Vox wasn't doing a rally, I think Sarah would have been like, okay, yes, I know what to do. But the fact that Sarah has gone down, seen this crazy TV cult leader guy basically rally against them, and even force Sarah into her, what I assume is her true form, which is beautiful by the way, such a nice like nod to Maleficent in my opinion. Vox manipulated the angels into seeming like even worse characters by causing Sarah to go into her true form and act aggressively. I believe Sarah is now just going to be fully on Lute's side and just be like, no, sorry, we need to protect ourselves against an uprising in hell. The mirror between Sarah's true form and Vox's angel form, if you like, is really interesting. Sarah has obviously the eyes, which are very biblically accurate to angels, and then on Vox's eyes, he actually had his like manipulation, hypnotizing eyes overlaid on his wings, which is just even more of a nice design nod, because what people are seeing is this angelic form, but actually within the eyes is pure manipulation. Thoroughly enjoyed that episode. That was so good. Alistair saying excuses and lies are your specialty, and him swinging on the chair was so cute. That line seemed to have a bit too much emotion in it for me. Maybe I'm just reading into my favourite shit. Maybe Alistair chose not to make a deal with Vox, other than the fact he might not be able to because of Rosie, but also maybe because he just didn't want to be used for his powers again. Maybe Vox assumed that he only wanted him for his powers, because we've seen Alistair say before there are no friends in heaven, and I think Alistair's very aware that people do use him for his powers. I don't know if Alistair will go down this path of he actually opens up his heart and accepts friends and understands that he's not just being used for his power. I doubt that will happen, but it'd be interesting if it did. But personally what I think is that when Vox reached out his hand, I think Vox was being genuine and he actually wanted friendship, but Alistair has been too manipulated to understand that, which would then explain why Vox is so desperate for that dear's attention to prove himself, because the one time Vox was actually being genuine and not being charismatic and manipulative, he got rejected immediately. I feel like that would explain why Viv said their relationship was like complicated and sad. To say excuses and lies for Alistair to make that comment, I think there needs to be more of an explanation there. It's just two little delulu men not understanding their feelings for one another. Alistair thinks he always gets manipulated, which he does because of his power, because of Rosie, and not feeling like he can actually have friends in hell. So that was Alistair's way of protecting himself. Alistair probably also thought that Vox maybe was just manipulating him, because it is, as we can see, he's very good at it. Whilst actually for once in his life Vox actually was being genuine, and he got really hurt by Alistair saying that, which made him even more delulu, and like I said, made him even more keen to prove himself to Alistair. I think I mentioned it earlier, but a cult leader that cannot get that one member hooked will become obsessed and spiral. Vox has never had to prove himself to someone before. He's not used to people not following his lead and charm unconditionally. So I do feel that's how Alistair is going to contribute to the downfall of Vox. I think Vox and the V's will split up because Vox is just too power hungry and not appreciating the help around him. And then I think Alistair will put the final nail in the coffin. I'm still not too sure how I feel about Lucifer. He isn't what I thought he was going to be, and that's okay. We need room to grow. We need to not have an easy solution to the story of the King of Hell can just smite all these people that disagree with him, or his daughter. Maybe this is my little delulu brain, but I actually thought that the Vox and Lucifer song was going to be about Lucifer saving Alistair from Vox. I do really want Lucifer to save Alistair, because I think that would be really fun for their rivalry. But after that episode, I'm not too sure anymore. Maybe that's just me in Delulu Fantasyland. I guess Lucifer really can't do very much. Honestly, Vox is getting way too much screen time to not be either killed or redeemed this season, in my opinion. Or at least he's going to be abandoned by the V's, and then be taunted by Alistair for the lack of power on his own. I cannot get over how much Vox, in some of the subtle animation choices, was trying to prove himself to Alistair. This desperation he has clouded his judgment so much. No wonder the V's are getting pissed off with him. He's been trying to prove himself so much to Alistair. It has clouded his judgment of who is actually trying to support him, the V's. I don't really blame them for being pissed at him, to be honest. I don't think they'll kill off Vox, but I do think that he will be completely powerless by the end of the season. There obviously was that shot when Vox says to Charlie, "Do you think I could be redeemed?" That was an incredibly impressive episode. There was a lot of story that happened in the episode, which I think is needed, considering we don't have too many episodes left. I did really like when Alistair and Vox were like fighting each other with their static. So petty. Like, boys, come on. I do think Charlie will start to pick herself up after this episode because, like I said, she has been very much one-sided this season because she is just so blindsided by trying to prove to hell that they can be redeemed, and has pushed everyone away and has been making some really bad decisions and choices with people based on what she's trying to prove. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to jump to episode 6 now, and let's see how this goes down. Bye.